Hello and welcome to JKCS News.
Coming up on JKCS News. Peter, can you please stop? Okay. Well, anyways, coming up on JKCS News, we look at clothing in ancient Greek.
And we also look at their hairstyle.
And what does oikos, kleros, pedagogos, and grammatis mean? All that and more with me, Brendan Massling,
And Peter Zielinski.
This is JKCS News.
JKCS News. Hi, this is Randy Jackson. I always go to Stan's Barber Shop because they give me a great haircut. After all, their motto is, the ancient Greek hairstyles you love. That's right, dog. Go to Stan's Barber Shop.
Hi, and welcome back to JKCS News.
And now we'll be talking about clothing.
That's right, Peter. Aaron, what do you got for us?
Thanks for that introduction, Brendan. Today I will talk about 3 different ancient Greek clothing: the chiton, the imitation, and the chlamys. First up, the chiton. There are 2 types of chitons, the Doric and the Ionic chiton. The first one invented was the Doric chiton. It was 2 pieces of cloth sewn together and wrapped around the body. There were 2 straps that went over the shoulder of the person wearing it and then attached to the front of the chiton. The Doric chiton was made of wool. The Ionic chiton was invented later. It was still 2 pieces of cloth sewn together, and it still had 2 straps. But instead, it was more sophisticated and was made of silk, linen, or delicate muslin. They were usually decorated. The imitation was a garment worn only by men, over the right or left shoulder, and wrapped around the midsection and thighs. It was made of a heavy cloth. The chlamys was a short cloak worn by men.
Thanks, Aaron. And Peter had to leave because of some urgent personal issues, which I'm sure you probably already know because he's not here. And now, the definitions of 4 significant ancient Greek words. An oikos is a group of people in society. The head of an oikos is usually the oldest male. An oikos would include the head of the oikos, his extended family, and their slaves. A kleros is a portion of land given to a hoimoi, an elite ruling class in Sparta, for them to survive in non-war times. Their land was farmed by their own helots, or slaves. Pedagogos were slaves to rich boys that went to school in ancient Greece. They made sure that their master did their homework. And the boys were not allowed to step out of the house without their pedagogos until they were men. And finally, grammatis. They were teachers that would teach reading, writing, arithmetic, and literature. All right, that's it for the definitions. And next, the hairstyles of the ancient Greek. All that and more right after these messages. Get your original and authentically made ancient Greek chiton. Now here's a word from one of our satisfied customers.
Man, kids get so not like probably what the ancient Greeks made. I love my new chiton, and Chiton Incorporated makes all the best chitons in the world.
That's one of our satisfied customers. All right, back to JKCS News.
And now we'll be focusing on hair.
Hi, Brendan. Hi, Peter. So the hair of the ancient Greek women, they would usually keep it long and braided, and they would pile it up on top of their head in different kind of designer styles, and they would keep it there with scented waxes and lotions. They would also wear headbands and put them in ponytails and put ribbons and metal in it, like barrettes, to decorate it. If you had blonde hair, you were really respected because blonde was very rare, and sometimes ladies would really want that kind of respect, so they would bleach their hair. And men, they would kind of grow their hair a little bit long, and they would have a beard, and they would go in every 2 weeks to have it cut. And there's a scoop on ancient Greek hair.
To finish off this segment, we are going to have a recap. First, Peter on clothing.
The clothing. We learned about the chiton.
And we also learned about the definitions of 4 significant ancient Greek words.
We learned about their hairstyle, how the women and men had cool hairstyles.
And now here we are. This is the end of our show. We have just finished our recap. Good night, folks.
Good night, and have a good day.
Coming up on JKCS News. Here, stop it!
Sorry.
Well, anyways, coming up on JKCS News, we look at clothing in ancient Greece.
And also, we will learn about their hairstyles.
And what does oikos, kleros, pedagogos, and grammatis mean?
Hi, I'm Ickbot from Stan... Well, thanks for that introduction, Brendan. Today we'll be talking about 3 different types of ancient Greek clothing: the imitation, the shlame, and the chiton. First up, the chiton. There are 2 types of chitons, the Doric and the Ionic chiton. The Doric chiton...
Thanks, Aaron.
Yes, thank you.
And now the definitions of significant ancient Greek words. Welcome back to JKCS News.
What ancient Greek hair?